The following is a paid program sponsored by TriVita. Do you want less feelings of stress and anxiety? More restful nights of sleep? To arise in the morning with more energy? Then TriVita's Ashwagandha with KSM 66 protection process is now here for you. With 22 gold standard human studies, it is extensively science supported to help deliver results for better health and well-being. With just 2 capsules a day, it will help improve cognitive function, boost energy, reduce anxiety, and enhance sleep quality. Plus, clinical studies have shown regular use of KSM 66 can help reduce dangerous cortisol levels, the stress hormone that increases your risk of many health issues. Don't let stress and anxiety rob you of your quality of life. Order TriVita's Ashwagandha with KSM 66 and its protection process from organically cultivated young root farms to the CGMP manufacturing plant in the USA, making it an outstanding quality product. Plus, each daily serving has 600 milligrams to help deliver clinical study outcomes. Life comes with all kinds of physical, mental, and emotional stress. Let TriVita's Ashwagandha KSM 66 help you handle it. To order, call the number on the screen or go to TriVita.com and use promo code 66 to receive your special offer of buy 2 and get 1 free. Call the number on the screen or go to TriVita.com. Take our stress-busting challenge today. If you are not happy with your results, we have a 60-day, no-risk, money-back guarantee. No risk, less stress, with improved quality of life is our desire for you. So call the number on the screen or go to TriVita.com and use promo code 66 and get 1 bottle free. TriVita Wellness presents Wonderful You. You were created in God's image to be His temple. Your unique genetic blueprint is a miracle capable of adapting to the many challenges that you will face. He designed your body with over 75 trillion cells and essential body systems to heal, renew, and restore so you can not just survive, but thrive. You were born with purpose and God's purpose for your life. Welcome to Wonderful You.
Welcome to Wonderful You, where your wellness is our purpose and God's purpose for your life. I'm Bronwyn Eisen, and today we have another wonderful program with the founder of TriVita Wellness, Michael Ellison, and Dr. Paul Burnett, Director of Wellness Services for TriVita. Well, today we will explore our hormonal health and its relationship with stress. We'll uncover how stress can act as a catalyst for hormonal imbalances, potentially leading to various health issues. From disrupted sleep patterns to mood swings and compromised immune function, stress can significantly impact our overall well-being. And each week, Paul, you share with us a health alert, and this one's really important today.
Yeah, there's no doubt that stress contributes to poor decisions in our diet and our activity. And this is leading us into an epidemic here in our country and even in other places around the world. But about 40% of adults 20 to 39 are obese. We're not talking about overweight. That's different. We're talking about obese. 44% among adults 40 to 59 years old are also obese. You know, this is a big deal. No pun intended here, but because this is really contributing to a lower quality of life and premature aging. And no one wants to age faster than they have to. I know I don't want to. I know you don't want to, but more than 37 million Americans have diabetes, and about 1 of 10 of those have type 2 diabetes, which we know is a lifestyle-related disease. Stress hormones such as cortisol, insulin, and adrenaline contribute to, and I'm talking about chronic, when they're high and chronic, are contributing to so much premature aging and so much needless suffering.
Yeah, and I'm sure we're going to delve into that a little bit more, but hormonal health concerns affect millions of people and are associated with many chronic or lifetime health conditions. And it may surprise you to learn that 80% of women will have some kind of hormonal imbalance in their lifetime. But men, don't think you are out of the woods on this one. In addition, Paul will provide insights on numbers that matter, serving as a valuable baseline for assessing your hormonal health. Regrettably, hormonal imbalance can diminish the quality of people's lives, impacting various areas such as memory, weight gain, poor sleep, and even growth and fertility issues. While some degree of hormonal decline is natural as we age, the extent varies from person to person. Genetics, lifestyle choices, and specific medical conditions can all play a role in influencing the rate and severity of hormonal decline. Nevertheless, there is hope, and today we will introduce to you an ancient herb, a dietary supplement that may assist in managing hormonal decline and so much more. Our bodies are designed to thrive, and God desires for us to be well. And Michael, each week you take us through a wonderful scripture. What do you have for us today?
Yes, we are Bible-based, science-supported. We're going to hear a lot of science in regard to this, but going to the scriptures, I love to go and see what God says about our health, our well-being. And I'm reading today from Isaiah chapter 40. And there's several places here it says, have you not known? Have you not heard? Well, this is the good news. And this is not a premature messaging, part of Isaiah. This is a renewal message. So he says, have you not known? Have you not heard? The everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, neither faints nor is weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might, he increases the strength. But those, right? I'm saying that's really big. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. This is a message that God says, I want you strong, I want you renewed, I don't want you to live in stress and the impact of that, and we know that that's God's desire for us.
That's right, and that is good news. And hormonal health should be taken seriously, and if not addressed, could result in some unfortunate outcomes. And Paul, you mentioned earlier about obesity and diabetes, and those can kind of be scary topics.
They can, because they're contributing to premature aging. And, we've got to understand that when we're under a lot of stress, our endocrine system is going to produce specific chemicals. Now, you may not have heard this before out there, but insulin comes from our pancreas, which is part of our endocrine system. And you think, I didn't think insulin was a hormone. It literally, it's a chemical, right, that is needed. And when you become insulin resistant, meaning that you've got plenty of insulin, but you can't get the glucose into that cell to produce the energy, you're going to start to gain weight. You're going to start to have premature aging. But what I want people to know is that there's really three main chemicals that are going to get produced when you're chronically stressed. That is insulin, that is cortisol, and that's also adrenaline. We need all three of these chemicals. So when you hear those, don't think, oh my goodness, my doctor. No, we need those, but we need them in healthy levels, right? To do the things that they're designed to do. But cortisol is released by our adrenal glands. And so our adrenal glands are right there near our kidneys, and it's going to get released as a stress response. And to get us going, it's going to affect our metabolism of fats and proteins and carbohydrates. It's going to help us regulate blood pressure and blood sugar. So we're now moving into insulin, which is going to help us with blood sugar as well. So, insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas, as I mentioned earlier, and it plays a crucial role in regulating blood sugar in our bloodstream, right? It allows cells of the body to take glucose and actually convert it into energy. Now you can imagine this wonderful chemical of insulin knocking on the door of the cell to say, I've got some glucose, let's have a party, right? Let's do something great. And that cell is resistant to that messaging. And so, what can happen is, and that happens chronically as we're under high levels of stress. And so also epinephrine, otherwise known as adrenaline, this is where, it's both a hormone and a neurotransmitter, by the way. That's going to speed up our heart rate. It's going to speed up our respiration. It's going to play a vital role in glucose. And it's that fight and flight response to say, it's time to get moving. And it'll happen so quickly that your brain may not even comprehend how it's reacting just to keep you alive. But imagine if we're in this chronic stress and the levels of those never go down. What about our finances and our relationships, our poor self-image? What about negative thinking? What about even food and beverage stress? We reach for those sugary, high-carb, processed foods when we're stressed, and those foods aren't going to contribute to preventing premature aging.
And Paul, that's exactly what happened in my life when I had my health crisis. It was elevated cortisol, it was adrenaline that I lived on. And here's what I heard my doctor say in regard to premature aging. It's like, Michael, you must change the way you think about health and life. And if you do not, you will have no quality of life, premature aging, and you will die a premature death. Now, I didn't want to hear that, but they went on to say, you're so busy and you think you're doing all these amazing things all over the world. You're going to be like a pebble of sand dropped in the ocean when you die, and no one is going to remember long after that. And it was like, whoa, but here's the message. It does affect us in chronic stress will lead to premature aging.
Right, it absolutely will. These chemicals I just mentioned are so profound in our bodies, and they're there to do what God has designed them to do. Testosterone is a very powerful chemical. I can remember meeting testosterone when I was a young boy. and it's a very different, you go through this big change, and I remember my boys going through that as well. And you look at them and go, okay, well, I'm going to let that one slide because I know it might be something new for you, right? But it's a powerful chemical, and it's produced primarily for men, through our testicles, but also for women, in their adrenal glands and in that as well. Stimulates the production of healthy red blood cells, and it also enhances mood, function, a whole bunch of other things. We know we can get a little more agitated sometimes because testosterone can get a little bit high, but growth hormone is another hormone, and it's a hormone produced by the pituitary gland. It stimulates growth, cell reproduction, and regeneration. We mentioned regeneration. We want that. You can imagine there's only so much room on a stage. Like we're on a stage here today. There's only so much room. You've got all these powerful chemicals that need to have their place on that stage. And sometimes when stress becomes physical distress, a lot of these other hormones can't be produced like they otherwise could. Thyroid hormone's another one. There's T3, there's T4, really important for body temperature, for metabolism of carbohydrates and fats and protein and energy and a whole bunch of other things. It's estimated that 20 million Americans have some form of thyroid disease, and up to 60% of those people are unaware that they even have the condition. Women are 5 to 8 times more susceptible to getting hyper or hypothyroidism than men are. So for women in particularly, make sure you're talking to your doctor. If you're feeling fatigued, if you're feeling, gaining weight, you're doing different things like that. It's really, really important. Estrogen's another one. It's primarily a woman's hormone. Plays a crucial role in the reproductive system for a woman. And so we also have progesterone as well, another woman predominant hormone there as well. But that's going to be that menstrual cycle, preparing the uterus for pregnancy and so on and so forth. We also have this wonderful chemical called oxytocin. And again, when we're under lots of stress, this chemical wants to come to the forefront of that stage. It wants to have the spotlight put on it because it can lead us out of these stressful times. It's produced by our hypothalamus, and this is really involved in so many things, but one of the main things that it can do is it can counteract the effects of stress hormones like cortisol, which I mentioned a moment ago, which is also that cortisol is going to bring forward the insulin and the adrenaline, you can start to see how these chemicals, and there's many more I could go into, but for the sake of time, oxytocin is that feel-good chemical.
So what I'm really hearing here is this isn't all about wrinkles or gray hair, right?
Absolutely not.
It's like I sit and I talk to friends of mine, and what I've noticed is that hormonal changes are starting even earlier in women than what they used to be. And I would imagine that stress is attributing to that, and our environment and things just going on.
Yeah, that endocrine system is the chemical system that's going to send messages throughout your body that's going to go from what you're seeing or what you're experiencing and send that to all those cells that don't have eyeballs, right? Yeah. They need to know what's going on outside. And these chemicals are absolutely powerful in the level of communication that they can provide. Ashwagandha is a wonderful, wonderful plant substance that God has placed on this planet. And it is a adaptogen. An adaptogen means that it's adapted to its environment. Many of these plants that are adaptogens grow in very stressful environments. We can, by taking on those plants into our bodies, can help us adapt to stress as well. Ashwagandha is a powerful, powerful plant, but there's also the processing of a specific kind of ashwagandha, which is the KSM 66. It's one of the most widely studied forms of ashwagandha. It comes from the root, and it goes through a very specialized process to become KSM 66 as well. The dose there, a lot of people might think, well, I'll take 100 milligrams or 50 milligrams of ashwagandha, which isn't KSM 66 in many cases. That's just not anywhere near what the studies are showing. We've got to get somewhere around that 600 milligram dose to really get the effect. But it aids in regulating our endocrine system, reducing symptoms of PMS, menopause, promoting overall hormonal balance. So let's take an adaptogen and help us reduce the effect of stress, and then let's see how our hormones begin to blossom.
Paul, you mentioned about equivalence and the importance of the serving size and dose, right, in regard to aligning to science. Right. And that's really important for us as TriVita to always bring forward that which we know is going to best, because better is always better.
That's right.
Right? And it's not about fairy dusting. I mean, there are people who do fairy dusting, messaging. This is not fairy dusting. Well, there's another study that I'd like to refer to, and this one is listed in the National Institute of Health in regard to ashwagandha. And what they used is they used the Hamilton Anxiety Rating Scale, plus they used the Depression, Anxiety, and Stress Scale, which is DASS. And when they took ashwagandha in that clinical serving size, they had significant reduction of stress. Right. Well, that's using the Hamilton study. Okay, that's a pretty significant study in regard to the power of ashwagandha. And for those of you who haven't tried ashwagandha, or if you have, getting the right, I call it protection service of KSM 66 is important to try it. And depending on what you are looking for, if you're looking for sleep, take it before bed. I mean, it's amazing the sleep and the quality that you will get from it, but there's also the things that Paul talked about related to it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'd imagine you'd love to start experience improved hormonal health. Here's how.
Do you want less feelings of stress and anxiety? More restful nights of sleep to arise in the morning with more energy? Then TriVita's Ashwagandha with KSM 66 protection process is now here for you. With 22 gold standard human studies, it is extensively science supported to help deliver results for better health and well-being. With just 2 capsules a day, it will help improve cognitive function, boost energy, reduce anxiety, and enhance sleep quality. Plus, clinical studies have shown regular use of KSM 66 can help reduce dangerous cortisol levels, the stress hormone that increases your risk of many health issues. Don't let stress and anxiety rob you of your quality of life. Order TriVita's Ashwagandha with KSM 66 and its protection process from organically cultivated young root farms to the CGMP manufacturing plant in the USA, making it an outstanding quality product. Plus, each daily serving has 600 milligrams to help deliver clinical study outcomes. Life comes with all kinds of physical, mental, and emotional stress. Let TriVita's Ashwagandha KSM 66 help you handle it. To order, call the number on the screen or go to TriVita.com and use promo code 66 to receive your special offer of buy two and get one free. Call the number on the screen or go to TriVita.com. Take our stress-busting challenge today. If you are not happy with your results, we have a 60-day, no-risk, money-back guarantee. No risk, less stress, with improved quality of life is our desire for you. So call the number on the screen or go to TriVita.com and use promo code 66 and get one bottle free.
Numbers that matter are numbers that are goals for you to reach for a healthier you. These numbers give you a baseline on where you are and where you can achieve to be. And Paul, you are going to take us through some numbers that matter as it relates to hormonal health.
Right. So the first one would be your C-reactive protein. We want to keep that below 2, below 1 ideally. That's going to measure if chronic inflammation is present, which can be triggered by too much stress and hormone problems in and of itself. But also our A1C, less than 5 there. For our testosterone for men, 300 to 1,000. For women, 15 to 70, so much less. And then also our morning cortisol, we want that to be somewhere between 5 and 25. And these are really, really powerful things that we can learn by working with our doctors.
Yeah, that's really helpful information, Paul. Thank you. And it's always helpful to know where you are so you can have a goal on where you'd like to be. Movement is natural medicine, and all you need to do is commit to doing an activity that you love. Here's how you can get started.
Rowing, a dynamic and challenging sport, provides a range of benefits that extend beyond physical fitness. Here are 5 reasons why incorporating rowing into your routine can have a positive impact on your overall well-being, including hormonal health. Rowing engages multiple muscle groups, including the legs, core, back, and arms. It promotes strength, endurance, and cardiovascular health. This comprehensive workout stimulates the release of endorphins, the feel-good hormones, which can help regulate hormonal balance and improve overall mood. Regular rowing has been shown to have a positive effect on hormonal health. Exercise, including rowing, can help regulate hormonal levels by reducing cortisol, the stress hormone, and increasing the production of hormones like serotonin and dopamine, which contribute to emotional well-being and balance. Rowing is an excellent calorie-burning activity that can contribute to weight management. By engaging in rowing exercises, you can improve your body composition, which can positively influence hormonal health. Maintaining a healthy weight can help regulate hormone production and reduce the risk of hormone-related conditions. Rowing provides an opportunity to disconnect from daily stressors. The rhythmic motion and focus required in rowing can induce a meditative state, promoting relaxation and reducing stress levels. Lowering stress can have a significant impact on hormonal health by helping to regulate cortisol and other stress-related hormones. Regular rowing sessions can boost energy levels and overall vitality. This can contribute to a sense of well-being and improved quality of life. From a full-body workout to hormonal regulation, weight management, stress reduction, and increased energy, rowing offers a holistic approach to improving both physical fitness and hormonal well-being.
That was great, Bronwyn.
Oh, thanks, Michael.
I love the segments that you come forward and demonstrate, in regard to moving, and they inspire us. We may not all have a rowing machine,
That's right.
but we all can move. And that's
right.
what I love the inspiration for, is to inspire us to move. And I want to say, if you belong to a gym, jump on a rowing machine. It's a great exercise. Now, I do it in a different way, not in a gym. I love to go to northern British Columbia and row day after day after day. And oh, by the way, also to have a fly fishing rod that I can catch trout on. But rowing, I can feel it all through my whole body as far as doing it all day long.
It's invigorating. I love doing it
It
as
really
well.
is. Well, exercise, and we keep saying it, exercise, move. All right, back to the success kid. just do it, Michael, just do it, Michael.
You can do it.
You can do it. That's really important. Well, I also went to Mayo Clinic, to their website, and it was like, okay, what's medical science say? You know, I love that institution, been associated with them for many years, and when you look up just exercise and the benefits of it, they start off with, and it reads, do you know how good exercise really is for you? And then they start in on all the different benefits related to it. Well, I want to read them, and they'll put it up on the screen for you as I read them, but this is really important. It says, this is just exercise. There's not a prescription medicine at all on this web page. It's just exercise. And they say that, number one, it controls weight. Number two, it combats health conditions and diseases. And they go down a long list of diseases that exercise, helps with. Then they go into, it improves mood. Well, most of us all can improve mood at various times. That's why I love exercise. Okay, but it also boosts energy. So if you don't have the energy to exercise, start exercising, and you'll find that your energy will increase and it will boost. It promotes better sleep. And I think, Bronwyn, this is something you've mentioned several different times. It can be fun.
Yes.
And it should be fun.
Exercise is fun. That's right. It's a lot of fun. In fact, sometimes my daughters say, Mom, you have too much energy. Calm down a little bit. So, but yeah, I mean, I love exercise. It's part of who I am, I feel like. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And it can be part of who everybody is.
That's right.
Just a part,
Good point.
right? I mean, it doesn't have to be, this is all I do, but it needs to be something that we do. Right. I love, speaking of rowing, I love going in my kayak with my wife, Jennifer. We go out to Lake Pleasant. It is so wonderful out there. We paddle out to the islands, and it's just an amazing, amazing thing. But you know what? Doing better in my activity, I find that I also feel better because you're triggering endorphins as you're exercising. You're also reducing cortisol, which we've talked quite a bit about today. So, you know, if we really want to contribute to a better quality of life, slow down the aging process, get yourself moving. Find something you love and enjoy doing.
That's right. Well, maintaining an active lifestyle, nourishing ourselves with a healthy diet, and fostering connections with loved ones are essential for both our physical and emotional well-being. These practices are vital in leading a purposeful life aligned with God's intentions for us. Moreover, incorporating supplements into our routine can be an additional step towards achieving greater wellness. With dedication and conscious choices, we can embrace the life that God desires for us. And each week, Michael, you take us through a beautiful prayer.
And it's my honor today. So, Father, we thank you for your word and for your care and for your love and for your desire for us to enjoy wellness. And you have created us amazingly and wonderful, and we give you praise for that. I ask you to bless our viewers with wellness and with health and a sound mind. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for joining us today. Your wellness is our purpose and God's purpose for your life. If you'd like to enjoy more wonderful You shows, you can view them on demand so that you can like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, be sure to share our program with your friends and family. Thank you, and God bless.
The preceding was a paid program sponsored by TriVita. Your wellness is our purpose and God's purpose for your life.